Hello and welcome back to the Lionheart Center. If this is your first time here, my name is Sarah. I'm an intuitive reader here to empower you wherever you are on your life's journey. So today I have a pick a pile reading for you. So I'm going to show you the 3 piles in just a moment, and you can choose which one you are most drawn to and hopefully get some extra guidance that you need right now. Please hit that subscribe button if you like this kind of content and want to join the community here at the Lionheart Center. I would love to see more of you, so feel free to leave in the comments any area of support that you need right now. If there's any video requests or even asking a question, I am happy to pull you a personal card right when I can get back to you. So enjoy the reading today. All right, hello, pile 1. I'm excited to get into this reading for you today, and I hope that it brings you a sense of peace and comfort and also empowerment for you to move forward in your journey. So I like to start off with the readings going through the cards that are showing where the blocks are and where there might be some heaviness or maybe repeating patterns. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and see if this resonates. And if so, then the following cards are going to be the solution to that and what energy is going to come in for you and what are some steps that you can take to move forward. So the first card that came out was Strength. However, this was in reverse. So when this shows up in reverse right off the bat, I felt, very clearly that there's a loss of that inner strength right now, feeling really beaten down, really worn down. And, we all go through these cycles where at certain points we're really just kind of feeling done with everything. So if you've been feeling really tired and drained from that personal strength and that personal power, then this reading is going to help you reignite some of that, confirming that feeling. We got 8 of Swords. So 8 of Swords talks about really feeling tied up and feeling trapped in your current circumstances. And with that can cause feelings of anxiety and frustration and almost a inability to move forward because you feel so stuck in the current mindset that you're in or the current circumstances that you're in. So 7 of Wands as well, confirming this energy. 7 of Wands, this card says challenges and courage. So having courage to continue moving forward despite when we're in seasons of feeling like everything is working against us is not easy to do. But it's very powerful to be able to move forward in that. And I also want to remind you to give yourself permission to rest and to take care of yourself and to just slow down a little bit. It's so hard for so many of us in this collective, just the way that culture is, and we're all in this like hustle culture. And on top of it, the last few years especially have been very intense and heavy for the collective. So if you're in this energy of you're just feeling so worn out and tired, don't beat yourself up for that. There are a lot of people that connect with that energy that are even watching this right now that picked pile one, that you're not alone in this. We're in this together. And feel free to put in the comments what you're feeling and what you're experiencing right now, just to know that you're not alone, and you can see other people that are going through similar experiences. And I'm happy to give some personal support in the comments. But yeah, I really want to emphasize to not beat yourself up, and just give yourself more time to rest right now, and do some things that are going to help you just take care of yourself, even if they're just small things like letting yourself take a nap during the day. Or, it could be something more in depth than that. But I'm just saying any little baby steps that you can take to show that self-care, especially if you're someone where you're constantly outpouring into other people and pouring out of your cup. Please don't pour from an empty cup, and take that time to refill your own. And I just keep hearing, like, give yourself permission, because it is one thing to then maybe your body is making you rest right now. Maybe that's why you feel this inability to even get out of bed some days. And it's your body calling you into this really deep rest right now. And giving yourself permission will take away that feeling of guilt and beating yourself up, and just honoring where you're at, honoring the signals that your body's giving you, and being curious about it. You can be curious why those are there. You can be curious to discover more of the reasons why and how to move forward. But not, that energy is very different than just beating yourself up. So we're going to move into the forward movement cards. So the first thing that came out was Six of Cups. And this card is a very nostalgic card. And the message that I was getting with this is to reconnect with something that you used to really love doing, that really sparks that sense of joy and creativity and just a sense of play. Six of Cups also shows children on this card. So reconnecting with your inner child and doing something that doesn't have any monetary value on it, or end goal. The goal should just be to do something that feels good to you, that feels fun. So anything from drawing, painting, singing, hiking, maybe used to do yoga, some sort of practice or hobby that you've just gotten away from. Life has gotten in the way of being able to pursue these things. And that is going to help bring this spark back. If you're feeling really burnt out, that's really the energy in this pile. It's just feeling burnt out. And the best way to move through that is to reconnect to that childlike wonder and that childlike innocence and joy and playfulness that so many of us lose touch with as we get older and get more responsibilities and move through the world that can have a lot of heaviness in it. So finding those pockets of very simple things that you can go back to, gardening, I'm hearing, all of these different hobbies. There's something that you're thinking of right now that's coming to mind that's like, wow, I haven't done that in years. I can't believe it's been X amount of years and I still haven't done that. So go back to that, and you're definitely going to feel a shift in the energy when you allow yourself to do that. And it's also going to bring structure as well, which I'll get into that. But when we talk about refreshing energy, I have Knight of Cups here. So this card says a prospect, proposal, quest. So yeah, it's like going on a little side quest for yourself. Will give you that sense of refreshment and forward movement. The Knight of Cups is, the cups are an emotional card, so it's moving forward in that, and just feeling refreshed. That's the main word that's coming through with that. But when we talk about structure, we have the Emperor here. So I'm also hearing too much structure. Too much structure for some people. That is where it's, you need to let loose a little bit more. You need to let go of the rigidity of the day-to-day routine that you're in right now, and that is what's going to help break up this monotony and that sense of burnout that you're feeling. For others of you, so whichever one resonates with collective readings, sometimes there's multiple meanings that come through the cards. There's another group of people where that structure is very necessary for you right now. So maybe because you've gotten in somewhat of a rut, you've lost all sense of structure. So bringing in these elements of, okay, at 10 a.m. today, I'm going to take a half hour to just draw and do something creative, and then a half hour to go on a walk and meditate and journal, and add these throughout your day, because they're very they're simple enough but impactful and important enough where it's going to give you that sense of structure to then break out of that rut that you're in. So take what resonates with that. If you know which side of the spectrum that you're on is going to help guide you forward with that. And yeah, and then we have Two of Wands, plans, partnership, influence. Two of Wands is very much forward movement, and taking everything that we just talked about. This is that energy that's going to come in then, is that excitement and that sense of adventure, that sense of seeing newness on the horizon, and the anticipation that comes with that kind of feeling is the energy to tap into. And some of this might sound very just simplistic, but I think if this is resonating with you in this pile, that is all that's really needed right now, because you are most likely the type of person who is an overachiever, who wants to go above and beyond in all that they do, and puts a lot of pressure on themselves, and is a perfectionist, and gets to the point of burnout a lot because of that, because you're not doing these more simple activities and simple shifts in your daily life that are going to be nourishing to you. And that is what's ultimately going to help you move forward. This rut that you're in is a signal to slow down, to give yourself permission to rest, to tap back into simple childlike wonder and curiosity, to then move forward. So I really hope that this resonates with you. Let me know in the comments. I would love to connect with you. If you have a clarity question from this that you would like it to be a little bit more personalized, feel free to leave a comment below, and I will pull you one extra card and go from there. If you would like a more in-depth one-on-one session with me, you can email me at lionheartcenter@gmail.com to set up an appointment with me, and I would love to connect with you one-on-one and really dig deep into any cycles or patterns that you're ready to break out of. But until next time, I will see you soon. Take care, Lionhearts. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. I hope that this resonates with you today and gives you the guidance that you need. I would love to hear from you. So if this does resonate and you'd like to share your experience, what's going on in your life right now, please leave a comment below and connect with the Lionheart Center community. If you have a question, too, if you want a little bit more clarity after this reading, you can leave a question. I will pull a card for you. Let me know what pile you pick so I know the vibe. But we're going to get into it. So pile 2, the biggest theme that is coming through these cards right now is that you have a decision to be made. We have 2 of Swords, Ace of Swords. So both of these on the cards that I have say decision on them. 2 of Swords especially is seeing that there's a choice that you have to make and maybe blinding yourself to it. Maybe this is something most likely that you have been really procrastinating on, really getting in your head about, really overthinking this decision that needs to be made in your life. So you feel like you're at a crossroads, or you're very quickly approaching a crossroads and kind of like analysis paralysis about it. Ace of Swords, though, is this a success that's going to come from this change and from making this decision. So this feels like it's a very big crossroads in your life right now, and I hope that the rest of this reading will help bring some more guidance and confidence as well, to know that you have the capabilities to make this decision. Ace of Swords especially is very much successful card. I love seeing any of the aces in a reading. So the Hermit and 5 of Wands together. This is like an internal conflict. Really going back and forth about something, and I feel like you're weighing the pros and cons. You're thinking about every which way this could go based on the decision that you make. And it's good. There's nothing wrong with that. I if this is your reading, I commend you for taking that time out to really tune in and listen to yourself. But also, don't get too stuck in your head and in the analysis of it, because that is what's going to get you caught up in the anxieties. Sometimes we can get in a thought loop, like a hamster, like I'm seeing a hamster wheel, and just running on this wheel, and that analysis paralysis really makes us feel stuck. It makes us feel, the biggest fear I'm getting from this is making the wrong decision and worrying, what if I regret leaving this behind? What if I regret taking this risk and making a change and going for it? And of course, it's ultimately for you to decide. But looking at the cards ahead that I'm going to get into, it seems like there's something that you know that you're ready to leave. And as you're approaching this crossroads, you have the choice to either go down the very familiar path that you already know, and it's comfortable. And although there's nothing wrong with that, you're very enticed on the other path. You're very curious to know what that could lead to, but it's scary because it's unknown. It's truly unknown. And it's calling you outside of your comfort zone, and it's calling you to face a lot of internal voices. And that is a lot. It can be scary. And I want to emphasize before moving forward that, again, this is your free will of what you decide that you want to do. If you decide to choose and take the safer or more well-known, more comfortable path, there's nothing wrong with that. And that can still bring a lot of fruitfulness into your life. However, it might not be as satisfying because you're not really challenging yourself. And if you're connecting to the Lionheart Center, you are most likely someone who is on a conscious growth journey. And there's something that's exciting about that, even when it's scary, even when you're entering into the unknown. That's really what life is about. And part of what we came here to do is to go on this adventure of life and do things that will make us grow and will pull certain things out of us. And so I'm feeling a lot of encouragement from your guides in this collective to take the risk and step outside of that comfort zone and really challenge yourself, because that is going to really give you that fruit and the sense of satisfaction in yourself that you did it, that you put yourself out there like that and grew from it and faced your fears and learned so much. And truly, I see you coming out the other side from that as a completely different, more elevated version of yourself. Six of Swords is what was really confirming this for me, is this card is moving on. It's moving on. And some of this too might even be situations that aren't benefiting you that much, but they're just familiar. Because if you see in this card, she's leaving rocky waters to go to somewhere that is much safer. Safer in the sense of better for your well-being. And so even it doesn't even have to be like something familiar that is benefiting you. It could even be something that you know is time to leave behind. But familiarity is what we're wired to really sink into. So even if it's not good for us, it could even be potentially toxic if it's going on that side of the spectrum. Even those situations can be hard to move on from and move away from into something new. So again, this encouragement in this pile of what you need to know is to listen to that feeling that is telling you to move on from this, to discover something new and better, something that I don't think you can see right now, because you have to show the universe that you're willing to take that step, you're willing to take that risk and move forward. So moving on. Six of Pentacles. As you move forward, this new endeavor, because this is a collective reading, this is going to be slightly different for everyone. So this could be friendships, relationships, career, creative endeavors. You will know where this resonates. But whatever area has been feeling really out of balance, where you've been craving this change, you've been craving something new that you might not even be able to really fully see, but you know intuitively there's something more there. This is that confirmation for you that wherever you end up moving through this, it's going to be a much more of a give and take exchange, where you're not being so depleted from your energy and your efforts and your love and your creativity, but taking that risk to pivot, leave behind what is no longer working for you, and moving into something new, welcoming, inviting it in, calling it in, call it in. You have the capability to do that. It's going to be a much more balanced situation, an equal exchange, which is beautiful. And this is going to bring you a lot of satisfaction. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card. So you've been wishing for this for a long time. And I'm telling you right now, stop telling yourself that you can't have it. Stop telling yourself that you are unworthy of this. That is so deep in so much of our psyche in the collective. And it's really the biggest thing that holds us back. Let yourself really believe that you are worthy of whatever it is that you've been calling in. Yes, optimism, joy, happiness, vitality. Beautiful. This is all for you. And you're going to really find this when you take that risk. Finally, I have Page of Wands. Communication, good news. So there is good news that's coming in for you. And I feel that it's going to happen with a swiftness. Like your guides are really trying to give you this confirmation, whether it's through this video right now or through other confirmations that have been happening in your life. Maybe you've been asking for a sign. Let this be your sign that you are ready, you are worthy, you're going to be getting this good news, and also a new sense of passion. Page of Wands is passion, and a new sense of self, a new excitement, a new, just that inner fiery feeling where you're like excited. And I don't think that feeling is going to really happen if you choose the familiar path. Again, you can if you want to. But I feel like you do know, but you're letting your fears right now blind you. Going back to that Two of Swords card. You're putting the blindfold on right now and trying to tell yourself that you don't really know, but you do. So really dig deep into your own intuition, your own sense of self, because you know what to do. Your soul knows what to do. Your guides are encouraging you right now and letting you know that you are supported. So I hope that this really gives you the support and the encouragement that you need to take that leap, to leave the old behind, and to really, really welcome in the new. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment. Let me know how this resonated. If you have a follow-up question, again, please feel free to put that in the comments. I will get back to you as soon as I can with your personalized card. And of course, subscribe for more. Until next time, take care, Lionhearts. Hello, pile number 3. I am very excited for your reading today, and we're just going to jump right into it. So I like to start off with the cards that are really showcasing and signifying where there is a block, where there's a lot of heavy energy, and looking at the other cards, I see them as advice cards to break through these blockages and get to the other side. And that's where my hope is always for these to be very empowering for you to know that you ultimately get to sculpt your life. So the ones that came out were the Tower and Three of Swords. So these were the ones that were really showing this heaviness, this heavy energy. And when I get into the other ones, I'm actually very excited for pile 3. You have a lot of really, really beautiful energy that is right around the corner for you. And you might already be getting trickles of this coming through. But if you've been feeling mostly this energy, let this be encouraging to you. And know that you are not alone Three of Swords is the heartbreak card. Sorrow, grief. This doesn't just have to be romantic heartbreak. It could be a situation in your life that didn't go the way that you thought it was going to go. It could also be grieving a loved one, grieving a family member maybe that you lost recently, which if you are in that pile, I'm very sorry for your loss, and I'm sending so much love right now. The Tower card, so that whatever this heartbreak experience was really sent you into a tower moment where it feels like everything was crumbling down. And that can be a very scary place to be. But although the Tower is a destruction card, I always like to tell people that it's very much a really big release card. It's a big release energy, and that's why it can be really intense sometimes, but it's the biggest sign that your path is being totally cleared out for what's coming next. And there is a turn of the wheel. We got Wheel of Fortune. So this too shall pass. That is a phrase that I think really encapsulates our life journey. Knowing that this too shall pass, and wherever you are on the wheel, whether that's in a celebratory place or in this place of heartbreak, this too shall pass. It will turn into the next phase, the next season, the next turn of the wheel. So this energy, because it's very potent and heavy at first, it's very easy to feel like this is it. Like this is not going to pass. It feels like this is never going away. And that's just simply not the truth of this. The truth is that you are moving through this. You are moving through to the next cycle. And that doesn't mean that if this was a really deep heartbreak moment, that's just going to be wiped away and forgotten about. Like, I'm not trying to sugarcoat it and be like, you will be fine, which you will be. But I'm not trying to bypass whatever it is that you're experiencing. Sometimes heartbreak and destruction do change who we are. And that's a major, major restructuring. And also why I hope, as you're connecting with me, you're connecting with the Lionheart Center, that you can stay connected and find a sense of community here. That is really a big goal for me with this, is to build community, to know that you are not alone in your experience. So please leave a comment to share if you are comfortable sharing. Know that I will respond and be as supportive as I can, and others as well, as this continues to build and grow. We'll encourage each other to know that you're not alone in this, that you can get through this major transition and change and still move forward positively, even after a major life event or heartbreak that may have happened. The following cards are great. It's a really beautiful, fresh energy. So justice, balance, and equality. Justice is coming back into your life. This balance is coming back in. The scales are balancing. And this is also like, if what is done in the darkness will always come to light. And if there are things that have been done against you, if there's situations that have been not in your favor or working against you, this is your sign that things are working behind the scenes in order to shift that around. And regardless of what the circumstances look like right now, trust and believe that they are still going to work out in your favor. And especially if you have been putting in the work, you have been doing the internal work and self-reflecting and growing, then that is when you really reap the rewards. So Justice Upright, for sure, is telling you, like, hey, things are going to balance out. And if it seems like it's unbalanced right now, it's not going to last for long. Three of Cups, the Fool, and Empress. So let's talk about Three of Cups. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. Joy, abundance, friends, and family. This is also representative of the Graces, if you're familiar. So it's very beautiful energy, very uplifting, very celebratory. And this card, I think, is one that I would love for you to really meditate with, because it calls in celebration and happiness and times with friends and family, and also just like cheersing, like raising a glass and celebrating a promotion, or celebrating, maybe you just released a book that you wrote, maybe you just accomplished a project, maybe you just traveled somewhere that you've been wanting to travel forever. Whatever it is, it's like the cups on this. Raise a glass for that and celebrate that, and give yourself credit where it's due, and get excited that there are still things in your life to celebrate that have yet to come fully to fruition. And that's an exciting place to be. The Fool confirms this. The Fool is purity, potential, risk, innocence, desire. And it's the first card of the tarot. So the Fool is really showing that new beginnings are always possible, and it's right around the corner for you. And that is really, there's cliches are cliches because they're true, but endings are beginnings in disguise. So whatever this ending is that's been very intense for you, it is ultimately a beginning. As you move through the grief, you move through the heaviness, and you begin to welcome in this celebratory, fresh, exciting energy, really reconnecting with community, reconnecting with family and friends, whatever support system you have in your life is just going to only help open up even more the sense of new beginnings and freshness and excitement to know that you can begin again. The last card I have for you is the Empress. Empress. Luxury, beauty, harmony, abundance, grace, fertility, love, and nature. Beautiful. I love the Empress card. So this is regardless of gender, but Empress is a very abundant card. Very abundant. And it's very, it's like next level. The Empress is all of the queens combined. So, Queen of Cups, Wands, Swords, Pentacles. Growing, evolving, learning from all of these different aspects, and then becoming the Empress. So, it's a big level up that is coming into your life. And that's why it's been such an intense ending. It's because this is a fully fresh plate, new level, new you. And there's so much abundance that is going to come with that you've been working really, really hard to receive. And so I hope that this is encouraging to you to know that this is much closer than you think, and to not feel like you have to rush through or suppress or push down or shame any heavier emotions, but rather to just give you that glimmer of hope to know that it's you are still capable of transforming that into something really, really beautiful, and phoenixing out of the situation into something just incredible. So let it go. Let it all burn away. Let it be fully released from you, and know that you have community support, know that you have so much love and support around you, and your guides are with you, encouraging you through this transition into the other side. I hope that this resonates with you. If you're watching today, please let me know in the comments, and feel free to ask a question if you would like some clarity on this. Let me know what pile you picked and what your question is, and I will pull you a card as soon as I can. And of course, subscribe for more videos with me and join the Lionheart Center. Until next time, take care, Lionhearts.